Hello, hi, good morning, my dear students. Today, again, we are in the third class for some basic concepts of chemistry. And the last class we have begun about the scientific representation of SI unit, means International System of Unit. And I hope I'm very much happy because most of you are responding is very nice and very good, and literally I'm very much happy because of your response. And the same thing, if you are having any doubts, most of you are asking, so that's a very nice thing. And if you are referring some other books, means no problem, and don't get confused. Moreover, the first chapter of this chemistry and physics, almost it is means up to today's class, these are similar, so means next onwards it's changing. So some people are confusing whether it is physics or chemistry. No doubt purely it is chemistry only, but the concepts of physical chemistry and physics are similar. That's why you are feeling interrelations. No doubt both are almost the same, whichever you are studied it in physics recently, and the same thing you are going to study in chemistry also, because the basic concept of representation is same in the physics as well as in the chemistry. So coming to the syllabus, today I am not sending you the notes. Why? Because whichever I am representing here, writing here, based on that you have to write it, because it's a mathematical terms. So today we are learning new concept, that is scientific notation. Do you know what is scientific notation? Scientific notation is nothing but it is a representation of the numerical value using some symbolic means it doesn't mean that whichever you are learned in the basic prefix, no, not such kind of symbols. Look here, we know that the speed of the light is can be written as 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. I hope you are remembering this point. Means the way speed of the light is transferring per second, means per 1 second the transferring of the light is nearly 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. It means what? 3 into, we have to write it as 1. 10 is having the power 8, means number of zeros should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means when you are multiplying this term 3 into this number, you are going to get same thing. 3 1 are 3, remaining 0 as it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means you need 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 10 crore. Means 30 crore meters. The speed of the light is 30 crore meter per second. In 1 second, the light is transferring the distance of 30 crore minutes. 30 crore meter. 30 crore meter is the speed of the light for 1 second. This is why we are writing this as the speed of the light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. But obviously we are not using such kind of representation. Commonly we are using 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. SI unit is different, means it is a distance. But wherever we are, instead of writing this 30 crore in this numerical value, we are writing in abbreviation, means in short form. That is 3 into 10 raised to 8. If somebody is giving this value, we should be capable to write this in the scientific notation. This kind of representation itself is called as scientific notation. If I give some of the numbers, you should be capable to transferring that to the scientific notation. They will not give moreover this kind of the number, but they will give you such kind of numbers. So this kind of log number can be converted as scientific notation. For example, 5 2 7 0 0 0 0 0. Can you see it? Unit 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, and crore. Means 5 crore 27 lakhs. 5 crore 27 lakh. It can be written. Look here. So after this one, here nothing is there, means it is obviously point will be there here, and next one is 0 will be there. Means point is nothing but after the point the decimals are considered as the it's almost, if nothing is there means 0 will be there. Here also same thing. If it is nothing is there means it is understood. Point 0 will be there. Similarly, here point is here. It is 5,27,000. Sorry, 5,27 lakhs. The point is at the end. So we should convert it to the scientific notation. Whenever we are writing the scientific notation, first we have to write in such a way that the point scientific notation while writing, the first one number should be the non-zero term. Non-zero term. What is the non-zero term? Can you see here the numbers are nothing but 5 to 7. These are the zero. So here zeros are even zero only. Apart from the zero, whichever we are having the number, these numbers are called as non-zero terms. Means apart from the numbers, it may be anything. Look here. While writing the short form scientific notation, we should write first one as non-zero terms. Here, initially it is 5 to 7 is there, therefore we are writing. If it is not there, initially if it is 0, we are not supposed to take that one. We have to begin the number in the non-zero terms only. How means I will tell you the next example. Can you see here I should write this shifting of dot to here. First one, I have to keep the decimal point to the very first number, first non-zero numbers. 5.27, in that way I have to write. 52.7 it's not possible, means it is possible, but the scientific notation is nothing but whenever we are representing the any of the long form of the number, we have to convert it to the scientific notation by making them in a multiples of 100 or 10 to the power something. While writing in such a representation, we have to use the first term should be non-zero term, and we have to put the dot after the first non-zero term only. Here 527 is there, means where I have to shift this number 0. If it comes here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, means I am transferring this point from right side to the left side. Means here to here it is how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. By putting here dot, I am sending into 10 raised to 7 into 10 raised to 7. Look here, how means 5.27. I am writing this decimal point, full point to the soon after the 5. So how many decimals I am shifting from right side to the left side? I am taking, means from here it is coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To the 7 number I am shifting to the numbers, means point I am shifting. After 7 I am putting the 0 terms. I mean this point is nothing but it is going to reduce the value of this term. It is 5 crore 27 lakh. When I put this point to after 5, the value becomes 5.27. 5 is the only number. It's not having 5 crore. But when we are multiplying this into 10 raised to 7, 10 raised to 7 indicates that to this 5.27 I have to multiply by 10000 up to 7 terms. After multiplying this one, I am going to get the same thing. Can you see here? Just for first time I am writing here 5.27. No need of writing this one. Just for your understanding I am writing 5.27 as it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look here 5.27. When you multiply to the 1, if you multiply to 0, anything into 0, 0 only. But I am taking the 1, 10 raised to 7. Here 7 indicates the number of zeros should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros are there. Can you able to see this one? The number of zeros are 7. Here total numbers of zeros are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros are there. So it means that the 7 0 is nothing but what? If we multiply anything into 0 means 0. So 5.27 we have to multiply into the 1. Therefore the number will be 527 into 1 means 527. And remaining zeros are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as it is. Look here, the point 5.27, it is from right side you just look at after 7 and after 2, that decimal point is there. The point, the full point is after the 2 point. From right side I am taking, not from the left side. 5.27 you just begin from the right side. When saying this decimal point is there after the 2 decimal of the right side. Can you see here? Here nothing is there actually. So it means I am represented as point zero. Point zero. If nothing is there, then the point will be at the last. Similarly here, point is after two decimals from the right side. From the right side you have to take 72. After two decimals here, find I have left. So after keeping this point 5.27 by multiplying this to the number 1, I am going to get 5.27 into 1 means 5.27 into these numbers are there. So it means that where I have to put this one. So instead of 5.27, you just multiply this, instead of you just keep it is. If it is not there means 5.27 into this 7 zeros of 1, it will be going to be the same value 527 into 1 as it is. The number of zeros are 7, here also 0. If the point is there, where it is there, after two decimals from the right side, 7 is 1, 2 is second one, after the root decimal, 1 point is there here. Therefore, after soon multiplying this one, you have to keep this point by two decimals. Here it is nothing is there, means point will be at the end. So you have to keep this to this side. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Therefore, the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here both are same number only. What I am explaining here, the scientific notation is nothing but the long term of the terms can be made short by using the scientific notation. This is the long term number. I am making this as a scientific notation representation. The scientific notation and these are same. How means 5.27 into 10 raised to 7. How I have written? I am shifting this point to the left side. Left side. Where I have to take? I have to put the dot before at least one non-zero term. Means 5 to 7 is there. 5 to 7, these three are the non-zero term only. The first non-zero term is 5. Therefore, I have to put this point to the first decimal. Means 5.27 I have written. And remaining I have simply eliminated. So, how much reason I have shifted here? Point I have shifted from here to I have shifted here. Means the 0 is coming to this point. So, it means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th point is shifted. It means that's why I have written 10 raised to 7. Soon after multiplying this 10 raised to 7 means 5.27 into 10 raised to 7. It is similar to that of this number 5 to 27 lakh. That's why how it is similar means here 10 raised to 7 is nothing but 1. Afterward we have to write zeros should be 7. So by multiplying this 5.27 into this number, we are going to get the same value which one we are taking initially. So how it is possible to write? Just look here. 2.5000. We may write this in the form of scientific notation. If it is 25,000, just take the example of 25,000. So I can shift here, nothing is there, this point will be at the end. Therefore, I am shifting this point to the first non-zero term is nothing but 2. Therefore, if that point is shifting to the left side, from here to it is 1, 2, 3, 4. To the fourth point it is shifting, means 2.5. You just write the one or two terms. Point is shifting to the first non-zero terms. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 after 4 decimal I am shifting from right side to the left side. 2.5 into 10 raised to, I have to put, I am reducing this number. Can you see here 25,000 it is simply 2.5. If I am reducing this number, I have to increase this power. Means I have to put the positive sign of this power. Positive sign here. So 25,000 can be written as 2.5 into 10 raised to. How much is it I have shifted? From here to 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore 10 raised to 4. 2.5 into 10 raised to 4. It is nothing but 25,000. It is nothing but 25,000. How means? Just look here. 2.5 into 10 raised to 4 is nothing but 1. After that, you have to write 4 zeros, means 10,000. Look here. Here 2.5 is there. If you are confusing that, just you remove this one. 25 into 1 is nothing but 25 only. Means what you just eliminate from your mind. 2.5 into 1 is nothing but 25. You just think that 25 into 1 is nothing but 25, and remaining zeros are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, the point will be where after one decimal you have to put. So after one decimal means you think that the point will be here initially. After one decimal means it will not here. So what happens? Say Here you need 10, 100, 1000, 10,000. So number will be the 25,000 as it is. So it means that scientific notation is nothing but it's a abrasive form to write the long terms of the number into the short form by using the powers. Similarly, 278000. Can you able to write this to the scientific notation? How means here 278 after that one 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 zeros are there, but I have not mentioned the full point. Point is here not there. It means it is understood the full point means decimal point will be after this one. Point 0 will be there. Point 0 will be there. If they have not given means it is understood the point comes after the last point. It will be there always, but we have to write it to understand. If they have not given means it is understood. Point 0 will be there. So to write it in a scientific notation, first I have to put this point to the first non-zero term. Here first non-zero term is 278. So I have to put the point to the first term means here I have to put. So if I put the point to the first term, how many digits I am shifting from right side to the left side? Just from here to here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this one is 11. 11 means 2.78. 2.78. If you write 2.78, 0 means there is no problem. But if you are having the non-zero terms, if you are written that much is enough. If you are written 0 means there is no problem. But we don't want to write that one. 2.78 into 10 plus 2. How much I have to write? The number of shifting of this decimal point is from here to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this one is 11. So 11, therefore 10 raised to 11. So this is called as scientific notation. If you just take the example, when we take, so while observing the video, better you note down the notes also, so that it will be the easy one. Why? Because I am rubbing it again and again. That's why 0.0 0.005. If it is the number, how we have to write this to the scientific notation means, look here, 0 point after the same decimal, if it is 12.769, we are not supposed to say 12.769. No, we are not supposed to spell it as 769. After the decimal, means after putting the point, the remaining fractional number should be spelled indivisible. Indivisible number you have to say. Means 12.769. 12.769. Here also same thing. 0.00052. You are not supposed to say 52. It's wrong representation. 0.00052. So look here. To this number, I have to write the scientific notation. Scientific notation can be represented as, the first thing is we have to put the decimal point to the first non-zero term. The first non-zero term is nothing but here 52 is the non-zero term. Here nothing is there apart from the non-zero term. The remaining initially is 0. The non-zero terms are here only 5, 2. The first non-zero term is 5 and next one is 2. Therefore, we have to shift this point to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to shift this point to the after 5. So means 1, 5. I am putting this point here 5.2. 5.2. And here we have shifted the decimal point from right to the left. Means here the number is larger, here the number is smaller. So if the number we reduce means we have to increase the power. Can you see here the number is larger one, then the number is very small. If the numbers are reduced and reduce the number, that's why the power is 10 raised to power. Power is in the positive value. Power is in the positive value. Similarly, here also the number I reduced, that is why the power is in positive plus 7. Here can you see I am shifting the decimal point from left to the right side. means 0.0005 is smaller whereas 5.2 is larger number. So when I increase the number, at that time the power should be the negative. Whichever how many decimals you are shifting, you have to write in the negative side. If you are shifting to the left side, from right side to the left side, you have to increase that number in the positive side. If you are increasing number, then here 0.00052 is the smaller, 5.2 is the larger one. So while you are increasing the number, you have to reduce the power. Means you have to write the number of decimals in the minus sign. So while reducing the number, you have to write the power in the positive sign. So here the number of full point shifted from left to the right side is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So point is shifting 5 times, therefore 5.2 into 10 raised to minus 5. Here minus 5 indicates that we are shifting the numbers to the right side, or in other words, we may represent this as. So these two are the same. How we come to know means, if they say you to the write the following terms in the scientific notation, means you are supposed to write only this much is enough. For your kind information, how these two are similar means 5.2 here 10 raised to minus 5 is there. If it comes below, into is there. If it comes below, it will become 10 raised to plus 5. So it means 5.2 divided by 1. After that one is 10 raised to 5 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros are there. Means 5.2 is divided by this number 1 lakh. 5.2 is divided by 1 lakh. That you are going to get the value is same thing. So it means that while writing the scientific notation, the first decimal should be the non-zero term. It should be the non-zero term. So this is we are calling as scientific notation. And I will give you some of the example. You just try to solve that one. Try to write the scientific notations. Okay. So here these are the examples. You have to write the following in a scientific notation. These two are I have given in the large number. I have to convert into the smaller numbers. So multiplying 10 raised to should be in the positive decimal, whereas 3 and 4 are the smaller number. You have to write in the by beginning of non-zero terms, means 4.5 into 10 raised to the term should be in the negative because you are increasing the number. These are the smallest number in the fraction. Therefore, you have to write that in the form of the power should be negative. So these 4 are the scientific notation. You have to write this by using correct. If you are not getting this, try this one. And coming to the next one is multiplication and divisions. So here multiplication and divisions are as it is which you have studied it in the lower classes. But moreover, we are here solving the multiplication and division with the help of the powers. Are using this as the some terms. Can you see 2.5 into 10 raised to 7 into, they may give you the into or they may give you the bracket. Here bracket also indicates that into only. 1.5 into 10 raised to 5. So here 2.5 into 10 raised to 7. Power is here positive and here also the power is positive. What you have to do is, here 10 raised to 7 and 10 raised to 5, it may be a positive or it may be a negative. We are not considering whether the terms, the power is positive and negative. While doing the multiplication and divisions, the power may be a positive or it may be a negative. There is no restriction to do the multiplication or division. You should remember, because the next video I am doing is the multiplication and divisions. Here there is no restriction of whether the terms 10 raised to should be positive and negative. It may be a positive or it may be a negative. We are not considering the same kind of the words. So whereas 2.5 into 10 raised to 7 into 1.5 into 10 raised to 5. Here just to write these two multiplications, you just multiply 2.5 into 1.5 and we will write here these two together. How means 2.5 into 1.5, multiplying these two, and remaining is into 10 raised to 7 into 10 raised to 5. Can you see the bases are same, so that we can add the powers. If it is into, we can add. If it is divided, we can subtract that one. Therefore 2.5 into 1.5, 25 into 15. Just you do the same thing. 25 into 15. 5 5s are 25, 5, 2 carry, 5 2s are 10, 10 plus 2, 12. 25 2s are 25. So 5 5s are 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 2 plus 1 is 3, 375. 25 into 15 is 375. We just write 375. 25 into 15 is 375. Can you see here the decimal points are here? Just you look from right side to the left side. You are not supposed to look from left to the right. You have to look at from right side to the left side. Here from right means the right side is only 5 is there. 5 after the point is there. Here also after the 5 the point is there. Means from right side it is how many after the decimals is there point. Here after one decimal the point is there. So it means 1. And here also it is 1. So it means you have to shift the decimals from 2 decimals. Can you see here the point is shifted after the 2 points. 2 decimals are there, decimal numbers 1 and 2. Therefore, if nothing is there means that 375.0 will be there. Therefore, you have to shift this pointer to the left side. Here is 1 decimal, here is also 1. Therefore, I am shifting 1 to 3.75 into 10 raised to 7, 10 raised to 5. 7 and 5, 10 is same thing, base are same. So power, these two are the multiplier, therefore we will add 7 is plus and 5 is also the positive term. 7 plus 5, therefore 3.75 into 10 raised to 7 plus 5 is 1. This is the answer. So while multiplying any of the number, first to multiply the number whichever they have given and just try to keep this 10 raised to anything. It may be a plus or it may be a minus. You just keep this 10 raised to 7 into 10 raised to 5. The bases are same, so it means power you can make them to the addition. If both are plus, you just add. If one is plus and minus, you have to subtract and you have to keep the sign which is having the greater sign. The number, if the positive number is there for the greater number, you have to put the positive. If the greater number is having the negative, you have to put the number as negative. We will come to in the next one. So here 10 is basic number, base same, and power is 7 and 5. So 7 is also positive and 5 is also positive. Therefore, plus 7 and plus 5, total it is 12. So here I have multiplied 2.5 into 1.5. Multiply these two, we are going to get 375. The point you have to keep after the 2 decimals. Here 1 and here is 2. So total it is 2. Therefore, I have kept after 5 and 7 means 3.75 into 10 raised to 12. This is the answer. While doing the multiplication, first you do these two terms and just you keep on going to add this term based on the power. If both are positive, do the addition. If both are negative also, you do the addition and keep the sign negative. So coming to the next one, here division. Same thing. 2.5 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 7. So at 2.5 divided by 7.5 into 10 raised to 8 as it is. I am shifting this in the numerator and it is in the denominator, and if we are shifting from below to the up means minus 7 becomes plus 7 into 10 raised to minus 7 becomes plus 7. So 2.5 divided by 7.5. You just do it. 25 divided by 75. 25 1s are 25 3s are 75. Same thing here. 2.5 is and 3 is 7.5. Therefore 1 divided by 3 into 10 raised to 8 into 10 raised to 7. Both are positive. Therefore 10 raised to 8 plus 7. Therefore 1 divided by 3 by dividing 1 is less than 3. Therefore we will keep the point. It becomes 10. 3 3s are 9. 10 minus 9 is nothing but 1. Again it is 0. 0.33. 0.33 into 10 raised to 8 plus 7 is 15. Therefore 0.33 into 10 raised to 15. While getting any of the scientific notation, you should keep that the point should be kept after one non-decimal, non-zero term. Can you see that initially the number is beginning from the 0. 0.33 is there. Therefore, you have to better that you have to shift this point to the non-zero term, means to this side. Can you see here? Here the number is initially 0.33 into 10 raised to 15. Therefore, I am shifting this point to the right side. It becomes 3.3 into 10 raised to, I am shifting this number to the right side. Since it is lower number, this is greater number. If number are increased, you have to reduce the power. Therefore, the 15 becomes, by reducing that one number, it becomes 14. 10 raised to 15 becomes 10 raised to 14. I hope you can able to understand this one. So I feel that there is no difficulty here. So for your kind information, if it is thing that if it is minus, once you write as it is, just I am saying you 10 raised to 7 here into 10 raised to minus 5 is there. Then the remaining multiplication as it is 2.5 into 1.5, same thing, 10 raised to 7 into 10 raised to minus 5. Here minus 5 is there, here is minus 5 are taken. So it means that the bases are same and these are multiplication. Therefore 10 to the power 7 as it is, and it is minus 5. I am going to keep this minus 5. 7 minus 5, one is plus here, another one is minus here. Therefore, plus and minus means in order to do the subtraction, the greater number is 7. 7 carries a positive sign. The greater number is 7. Therefore, you have to keep 7 minus 5 is nothing but 2. Here it is plus 2. Plus 2 because the greater number 7 is having the positive sign. Therefore, the value is 2 plus 2. The remaining multiplication is as it is 3.75 into 10 raised to 2. Are you getting this one? Just look here once again. And the same thing here also. If I take 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 8 divided by 7.5 into 10 raised to minus 7. Both are in minus value. Here 2.5 divided by 7.5 as it is into 10 raised to minus 8 I am taking here. And here this is numerator and denominator. In the denominator it is 10 raised to minus 7 is there. In the denominator if we move to the numerator, 10 raised to minus 7 becomes plus 7. So here I have written 10 raised to minus 8 as it is. Minus 7 becomes plus 7. If nothing is there means it's understood it is positive. So 2.5 divided by 7.5 is nothing but 1 by 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 and it is plus 7. Minus 8 and plus 7. 1 by 3 is nothing but 0.33 into 10 raised to minus 8 plus 7. One is minus and another one is plus. It means you have to do the subtraction. If both are negative means you have to do the addition and you have to keep the number as negative sign. If one is plus and minus you have to do the subtraction and side should be the greater number. Here 8 is the greater number. Greater number carries the negative sign. Therefore 8 and 7. By subtracting 7 by 8, the value is 1. The greater number 8 carry negative sign. Therefore, 10 raised to minus 1. 10 raised to minus 1. So, next one is 0.33. We have to write the scientific notation. The first term should be the non-zero term. Here, non-zero term is nothing but apart from the 0. The number is 3. Therefore, I am shifting this point to after the 1, 3. Therefore, the point is coming to the right side from here to here. From left to the right I am taking, therefore point is coming to 1 decimal here. So 3.3, it means I am increasing this number. 0.33 is the smaller one, 3.3 is the greater one. So it means if I am increasing the number, we have to reduce the power. We have to reduce the power. How much decimal I am shifting here? Only 1 decimal I am shifting. Therefore 10 raised to 1 is nothing but it is increasing. Minus 1 is nothing but it is decreasing. Therefore, initially it is 10 raised to minus 1 and again I have to put 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 1. Therefore, total it becomes 3.3 into 10 raised to minus 1 into 10 raised to minus 1. Why this minus 1 is nothing but I am increasing the number. Point 3, I am shifting this point to the after 3.3. Therefore, 10 raised to minus 1, it is initial number, into 10 raised to minus 1, this is for shifting the decimal point. Therefore, 10 is same for the base number, minus 1 and minus 1. Here both are carrying the minus charge. If both are carrying minus charge, we have to do the addition and we have to keep the minus sign as it is. Minus 1 becomes minus 2. This is the another kind of positive and negative terminal points. So I hope you can able to understand the multiplication and divisions. So based on this, I am going to give some of two examples. Try to do this one. If you feel any difficulty, you just text me. I will send the answers. Okay. Look here, I have given here the four homeworks. The first one and second one are the multiplication examples, and third and fourth are the divisions. 5.78 into 10 raised to 7, 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 5. First you have to do these two are the multiplying. 5.78 into 1.2, and later you have to take this addition of powers. If both are positive sign, you have to add. If the both are negative, then also you have to add, but you have to keep the negative sign. If one is plus and minus, you have to do the subtraction, and you have to keep the sign by greater number sign. That one. And here also 1.89 multiplied by 6.3, and remaining you have to do this one. And here 8.92 into 10 raised to minus 16 divided by 4.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. You just do these two divisions, and later you just use 10 raised to minus 2 to the up. By based on the sign, you just justify yourself. If both are same sign, you have to do the addition. If both are different, you have to do the subtraction. And for your kind information, don't feel it is a little bit lengthy. You can use the calculator. From first P and second P, you are allowed. From now onwards, from the PUC, the calculators are allowed, but you have to use the normal calculator. And from my side, the suggestion is better when taking the calculator, use the larger one. Citizens, it's coming little bit larger one, so that you can able to do the problems, and it will be the accurate. It means the answer should be in more than 4 or 5 or nearly 9 total digits will become. Therefore, it will be help in mathematics, physics, and even in the next problem solving. So using the calculator, you can do the multiplication or division, but while writing the powers, just to observe, please don't use the scientific notation, use only the normal calculator. I hope this much is clear, and if you are having a little bit difficulty, you can ask me, and it is lengthy video, and these are the little bit confusion. If you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Okay, we will meet in the next video. Until have a nice day.